Hi guys, I'm going to be doing a video and a book review on the David Walliams book, and I'm going to do it in order of how I read. So this is Gangster Granny by David Walliams. So personally, I think it's the second to my favourite, if that makes sense. So my favourite I'll come across to in a minute. And so it says, meet Ben's granny. She's very much your textbook granny. She has white hair, she has false teeth, she has used tissues tucked up her sleeve, and she's an international jewel thief. David Walliams. So basically, I think that is quite a good book. Out of 5, give it a 4. Next, the next book I read was Mr. Stink. I think that is a really good book actually. That's my favourite. I kind of forgot about it because my dad didn't get them out of the shelf. So this is a really good book. I think it's very funny, very understanding, I guess. He's quite funny as well as being understanding, the author. So I'll read the blurb of this. Chloe's just about the loneliest girl in the world, but then she meets Mr. Stink, the local tramp. Yes, he smells a bit, but he's the only person who's ever been nice to her, so when Mr. Stink needs a place to stay, Chloe decides to hide him in the garden shed. But Chloe's about to learn that some secrets have a way of leading to disaster, and speaking of secrets, there just might be more to Mr. Stink than meets the nose. So, yes, that was a 5 out of 5. Then the next one I read was Rat Burger. I think that is not particularly good. It's quite stupid and sad, but the title you can tell why it's sad. Because you eat rats in a burger. I'm just going to show my cats quickly because they look so funny. Okay, that's Ava and Tiger. So basically, I'll read the blurb of this book. Meet Zoe. She's got a lot of things to be unhappy about. Her stepmother Sheila is so lazy she asked Chloe to pick her nose for her. The school bully Tina Trotz makes her life a misery, mainly by flopping on her head. And on top of it all, the dastardly Bert has terrible plans for her pet rat. I can't tell you what those plans are, but there's a clue in the title of this book. So, yes, I don't like that book. I would rate it a 2 out of 5. Okay, the next one I read was Billionaire Boy. I can't really remember it that well because it was so boring. So it has more or less no point to it. I think basically you can tell it's just about a boy who's a billionaire. Yeah. So it's got, and then he has everything he ever wanted apart from a friend. So I guess that's nice, but so boring. So I'll read the blurb. Meet Joe Spud, the richest 12-year-old in the world. Joe has everything he could ever want. His own formula, 1 racing car, 1,000 pairs of trainers, even an orangutan for a butler. Yes, Joe has everything he wants, but there's just one thing he really needs, a friend. So I'd rate that a 1 out of 5. I think it's totally boring and so stupid. So the next book I read was my second favourite, and it's called Demon Dentist, and I thought this is a really good book. I think it's kind of one of those books that goes on and on with the same subject though. Like if there was a book about a girl running, it would go on and on. So they leave the same subject going on and on unnecessarily, and it's quite a long book. It's something like 500 pages, so quite long, but there's quite big writing that so yeah, quite big words, and he does a bit silly things like writing the same words all over the page, like whoa, and takes up 10 pages, so that's annoying. But yeah, I didn't read the blurb to you. Darkness has come to the town. Strange things were happening in the dead of night. Children would put a tooth under their pillows for the tooth fairy, but in the morning they'd wake up to find a dead slug, a live spider, hundreds of earwigs creeping and crawling beneath their pillows. Evil was at work, but who or what was behind it? So I would rate that 3.5 if I'm allowed to do halves. So yeah. Then the last one I wrote, I think is the worst of his books. Is very unamusing. and sadly 2 people gave me the present, so that was very depressing to find a very boring book wrapped up for me again. So, as well as in frozen wrapping paper and a frozen card, and I absolutely hate the movie Frozen. So it's called Awful Auntie. Basically, it's just about an auntie who's got a niece or whatever. It's called Stella Satsby, and her parents died and they left the house for her and blah blah blah. It's just so stupid and lame. So I'll read you the back. Stella Satsby is the sole to heir to Saxby Hall, but awful Aunt Alberta and her giant owl will stop at nothing to get it from her. Luckily Stella has a secret and a slightly spooky weapon up her sleeve. So yeah, that's just stupid. So that's 0 out of 5. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoyed me, because I certainly did. And sorry, I'm very giggly today. So please leave a comment and subscribe.